and the crowd loves to fight on when supporting the USC Trojans. We have a late-season top 25 showdown that could be crucial to the postseason picture. As we'll see, the number 14 team in the country, the Penn State Nittany Lions, taking on the 6th-ranked team in the land, the USC Trojans. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. The Trojans will get us started with the opening kickoff. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. This crowd bringing an ear-splitting welcome to their visitors. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. At the 45, on his way. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play.
Well, we knew coming into this game, this offense was going to try and get this receiver involved and get him involved early. So here they are just finding an easy completion. It's not a touchdown, but they just want to get this guy lathered up and get him into the game.
They get him down after he makes the catch. The emotions and energy figure to be high all day, guys, because of what's at stake this late in the season. Really a must-win for both teams.
Yeah, these are the ones that get your blood moving, Reese. You get jacked up, man. We don't have to say anything in the locker room, give these big speeches. You know what's at stake, Jesse. You're ready to rock and roll. This is when you prove you're the big dog.
Which is pretty cool, too, because it's been a long season. And these teams obviously are both physically and mentally tired, but you're right. For this kind of game, this is the one you circled at the start of the year. You knew that this was going to matter. There was going to be a lot on the line.
It's a fumble. Oh, look what I found. The offense keeps it. And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Takes a shot, and his throw is incomplete. You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big for the resume.
It is getting loud as this crowd tries to help its defense. Not a lot of daylight there. Let's give him one to the 14. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. He's got it on the run. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one.
Great job by the quarterback throwing against zone coverage. You cannot telegraph where you're throwing the football. You cannot eyeball wide receivers. So great job by the quarterback using his eyes, not staring down his guy, and then throwing him open.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
These fans raising the volume on 2nd and goal. He's looking to throw. They're trying to get to it. And goes down at the 11-yard line.
Quarterback now has to make sure his guys are dialed in. You can't make any more mistakes. Giving up a negative play on second down by the goal line, you've got to be really smart with this football.
Needs to get it in the end zone on 3rd and goal. Getting some heat. And he's dragged down.
You know, these goal line situations, the field starts to shrink. It's easier to key in on these guys that you know can fly at the quarterback spot. Defense was locked in. Nice job on the 3rd and goal.
And he missed it. No good. Kicker tried to tack a few more on the scoreboard, guys, and couldn't do it.
You can't miss opportunities like that. You're playing on the road in a hostile environment. You're trying to seize momentum right out of the gate. You get a nice drive to start the game, and then you miss the field goal. You don't get any points to show for that. If they're going to win this one, guys, they've got to take advantage of those types of opportunities.
Off the play fake on 1st down. Wasting no time taking a shot. And he makes the catch inside the 25. Touchdown, USC! And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. You want to talk about taking the wind out of your sails. Drive the ball down the field and miss the field goal, David.
You know what? Don't leave it up to kickers. Execute better offensively. I think you move the ball nice. You got to keep that in mind. But, Palmer, I think you got to stay aggressive and don't settle for field goals.
Yeah, because you got to know there's just no margin for error right now. You just have got to be able to execute at a high level.
Got 8 on 1st down. Now looking at a 2nd and 2. They'll go to the toss. And he'll have to check his fillings after that lick, but he did get the 1st down. And the Nittany Lions move the change with some signature hard-nosed running.
Some Big Ten physicality, some Big Ten running the football. Got to have it. Got to start with that when you're in the Big Ten and when you're at Penn State.
Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. And it's caught inside the 30. And he found all kinds of room and got it down to the 28.
It's a beautiful pass and catch. I love the job the quarterback does manipulating the defense with his eyes. He froze that safety, and that allowed his receiver more room to work his route.
The Nittany Lions come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Trying to find his man on 1st down. And that one goes incomplete, but there is a penalty flag, and they might have gotten him for OPI.
And the offensive player had to commit pass interference on that play. You saw the defender jump the throw. The defender was in position to make an interception, so the offensive player had to do something to break it up.
They'll go to the air. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. No, sirree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one. A lot of offensive coordinators love to screen you to death and work the ball down the field, Jesse, but a negative play like that will take you out of your game plan.
And that's not the last screen that they've got in their playbook offensively. They're going to try and do it a few different other ways, but
And the ball is intercepted. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
What a nice catch by the defensive back. Listen, a lot of times you see DBs get in position to make plays, but there's a reason they play DB and not wide receiver. Great job finishing the interception, catching the ball, making a big play.
And this veteran quarterback just overshot his man that time.
Well, the good news is he did a nice job reading the coverage. He knew exactly where to go with the football that time. Just a little bit too much on that pass. You wonder if that's just nerves. He's got to settle himself down with it.
They almost almost got a first down there. Stopped a yard short. It'll be third down.
The counter play is a great play to mix in because defensively, you're not looking for the counter. You're looking to attack, attack, attack. All of a sudden, two guys pull across the formation. Now you got to change your direction really quickly, and it keeps you off balance and really keeps you on your heels.
And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short.
And that's a nice stop by this defense. Nice job stopping the run, setting up 4th and inches. Listen, this is a no-brainer. If I can't get inches, I don't deserve to win. I'm coming downhill. I'm playing physical. I'm picking my play, whether it's quarterback sneak, fullback dive, whatever it is that we do great, and I'm going to get my inches.
They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49.
Yeah, 4th and inches, midfield. Go ahead. Go for it. I love the play call by the head coach. Trust your offensive line to get some movement out front. Let's keep this drive going.
Softened him up with the run. Now to throw. He's going up top. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
Well, on defense, they know that this offense is going to try and take shots. So they're going to try and keep their secondary players in a position to make these types of plays. Good job on the back end forcing that incompletion.
2nd and 10 here. Running back searching for a hole. And they try the middle of this defense, and that is not happening. On the play. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Connection to the right. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36. They've swapped into the field, and we're ready to go in the second. First down to start the drive after the break. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Spins away from the defense.
Yeah, this coaching staff, they're getting this offensive line lathered up and into a rhythm. Now they're letting them drive off the ball on first down on these running plays, and they're getting chunks of yardage.
Off play action. Looking to the big tight end. Throws into double coverage, and it's picked off. Taking it the other way. He's at the 40. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Penn State! The defense puts 6 on the board with a big-time interception return. This time, it's the defense finding ways to put points on the board.
There is nothing better than being a defender. Seeing that ball in the end zone, your eyes get big as saucers. Go, jump on that puppy, secure it, get you a touchdown.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, let's get you up to speed on what's going down in this fun college football game today. North Texas has some work to do. There's no other way to put it. But the mantra of this program is hard hats, hard work. And if they can chip away here, they may be able to pull this out. They're trailing by 13 to Kent State. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Oh, there might have been trouble if they had knocked him down so quickly.
Nice patience by the quarterback here working against zone coverage. He was allowing his receiver an opportunity to find that open space in the defense before pulling the trigger.
Finds enough room to get 3 out to the 34.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. We saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical.
It's 3rd down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. Shakes off the defender. They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense. And the Trojans will send out the punt unit. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Running it back, it's Meyer. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you've got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
They'll operate out of split backs. On second down, he's looking downfield. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
This defense is heating up. They got an interception the last possession. You can tell breaking on the football really, really well. Seeing where the quarterback's throwing it, going to try to get it. Got another hand on it. Almost had another interception.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. Trying to get to it. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming. The Nittany Lions send out the punt unit. Gets his first one of the day off. He was called on 4 times in last week's win. Fields the punt and tries to work it the other way. He gets a block. Man, oh man, did that coverage team have its hands full. Well, not full because they didn't get a hand on him for quite a while. Great return there. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. You get field position like this and you're not likely to punt the way they did the last time they had the ball.
Yeah, great job by the defense setting them up.
Throws it back across his body, and what do you think happened? Intercepted. Never really got that return cranking, but the offense is set up at the 30.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision making.
They're bringing heat. And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback.
I love playing man coverage on the back end, getting those receivers' faces. Don't let them feel comfortable and run zone where they can find all these holes in the zone and my rush can't get home. Pressure them, pressure them, pressure them.
Looking deep. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on second down. They're staring at third.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
On third and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Now he's going to break the pocket. He'll take another shot here. Heaves it into trouble, and he finds trouble with the pick. They get him on the ground after the turnover, but there is a flag on the field, and we'll see if that will be a reprieve for this offense. A costly penalty for this defense gives them a 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Feeling some heat. And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes.
Sometimes you beat your guy and you get sacked so clean, and sometimes, like on this play, the DBs do a great job covering, make the QB hold the football, and then the rush gets home.
The sweet feet keeping the play alive. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
And there's not very many offensive plays that are going to be successful. If you can rush 3 guys and still get to the quarterback, it's not a good sign for this offensive line.
On third and long, you'll need to push it downfield. From the comfort of the pocket, he fires it to the right.
Yeah, and I like the shot, the aggressive play down the field. And we like throwing those jump balls up to my receiver. Usually the receiver makes the play and makes the defender look bad. Nice job by the defender getting a hand on it, tipping that ball away from the wide receiver.
And that punt will sail out of bounds. Let's see where the official spot it. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. Well, let's see if this drive goes better than the last one. They were in and out quickly after the quick pick, David.
Yeah, first play, big mistake, man. Now, let's get this offense in a little bit of a rhythm. Maybe before you open it up again, Palmer, or do you trust him right away?
He seems to me like the guy maybe that just needs to kind of get into the flow of the game. So maybe you get the running game going here and just give him some easy looks to let him get landed up.
They make the stop right there. Good pickup. It's still short of the first down.
Man, it's so important when you play QB. I got to know when to put some air on it, and I got to know when to rocket that thing in there. Work in the middle of the field. He knew he needed the rocket. Threw it in there. Great job. Great catch.
That last completion has him set up. Second and short. Handoff from the gun. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
Man, that D tackle is a freak athlete. Did you see him come out of his stance and beat the offensive lineman, getting to the running back? Cat-like quickness.
The clock has stopped, and we've reached the 2-minute warning before halftime. The defense trying to get a stop on third down from the 44. They'll try to bully their way for the first. On the move at the 30. Working their way closer and closer. A third down conversion, and they've got it at the 26.
And that is just an attitude run. Running it right up the middle, right into the teeth of that defense.
Going up top on first down. That's reeled in. It's Brown. Makes the catch and knocked down.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Got some of the work done on first. Now let's see what they have on second down. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. Ball's at the 24. A lot of confidence in their kicker from here, but they'd love to take it off of his foot and convert the first down. From the gun, running back on the move. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. And now on fourth down, they'll try a field goal. He'll try to knock it through from 38 yards out. And the kicker delivers the 3 ball to finish off the drive. And with that field goal, they now have the lead. So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. And it's picked off. Got room on the return. He's inside the 40. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
Well, the quarterback on that one put a lot of air under the ball. The problem is he gave the defender time to get his head around and locate it. And because of that, he was able to come away with the interception.
Wants to throw on first down. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43. They'll tell you that somebody's always going to pop open, but it didn't happen in time before they got the sack.
No, it did not. And you know what? I'm going to remember this. I'm going to remember zone defense. They didn't really have an answer. They weren't ready to get rid of the football. Quarterback hesitated.
And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They'll try to move the chains on this 3rd and long from the 50. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. The defense burns their 3rd and final timeout of the half. Perhaps emboldened by converting a 4th down earlier in the game, they'll try a second time. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And he's sacked. A big play on 4th down to stop this drive.
Well, that play never had a chance on 4th down. They're trying to catch the defense off guard, throwing for it, but no protection. Quarterback didn't have an opportunity to step up and get rid of that football. Give the defense credit, man. Tremendous aggression there on fourth.
Now he's going to glide away from pressure. It's incomplete. Good job by the defense sticking with its coverage.
I love the decision by the quarterback. He found the open man, just don't love the throw. Got to be a little bit more accurate, make it easier on your target.
On second down, they'll take to the air. This one's complete. Finds a crease at the 20. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Nittany Lions!
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
And with the extra point, they're up 14-10. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off. He'll call for the fair catch here. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out. They turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job.
Trying to get behind the defense. And he makes the catch inside the 25. Seizing that open space, an opportunity all the way inside the red zone. They'll mark it at the 19. The entire complexion of this possession changed on that one play. Now they've got it 1st and 10 inside the 20. He breaks his tackle. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Here we go. On second down, he'll fire. Looking to the end zone. And it's incomplete as he was trying to finish the drive with a score.
It did look to me, guys, like the QB and his target were on the same page on that outbreaking route. I'm not sure if they both thought it was man or zone or what was happening, but I think that helped lead to the incompletion.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Couldn't find anywhere to throw the football, just got rid of it, and that's the number one thing. Avoid disaster here. They'd love nothing better than to add a 3-ball here before the break. It's good. And wait a second, there's a flag on the field. Let's check that one out. So the offense, more than happy with the result of the play, will decline the penalty. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. They took the 3 on that last possession, and now they'll try to get it back on the onside kick. They'd hoped to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. The offense set for a first down play. Calls his own number. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. The Trojans want to crank the tempo. On second down, looking to throw. Buys a little time. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. Fires into traffic, picked off. Trying to take it back. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
QB never saw the defender. He's staring his receiver down, telegraphing his throw, and the DB jumped all over that.
From the gun, the ground game. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down.
Well, he was able to gash him on that play. You just give this guy 1 inch, one little crease, he puts his foot in the ground, and he gets north fast.
They'll ride the hot hand. They'll give him 1 to the 28-yard line.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays, but sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well, but if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing.
The quarterback bought as much time as he could, but the defense got to him and sacked him. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Flushed out of the pocket. And this defense goes back-to-back sack, Jack. The Nittany Lions will bring the punt team onto the field. They'll look to pin him deep. What a terrible, terrible shame. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field and score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I'd have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. We should have ran a better route.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. Uncorks one. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down. And the Trojans come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll run it out of the shotgun. And he's ridden to the ground, but there's also a flag down. Let's check the call. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. 1st down for this offense. From the gun. Wide open downfield. The tackle is made, but he's got it 1st and goal from the 6.
And the offense here dialed up a really good zone. Give credit to the offensive coordinator. He called the right play at the right time.
With the run on 1st and goal. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
After getting nothing, it's 2nd and goal from the 6. He'll run it up the middle, trying to pick his way to the end zone. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater. The Trojans headed quickly to the line. Trying to power it in. Touchdown, Trojans! They take the lead with the 6.
And I love it. I love the physicality of this offense. It's 3rd and goal. I trust my offensive line to pave the way, give the ball to my running back, and know he's going to physically punch this thing into the end zone.
And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hands. Now they'll try to get another possession with an onside kick. They're on it. They recover the onside kick, and they get it right back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. 1st down here for the offense. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
I love this linebacker because he's able to dissect what's happening in front of him, and he reacts downhill, uses his speed to get to the line of scrimmage and create the negative play.
The sure hands, it's York. He's really close to that 1st down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
The #1 goal as a defense is try to hit the QB as many times as possible. Try to rattle him, try to get him flustered a little bit. Nice job getting there, getting the hit on him. But nice job of executing by the quarterback. Taking the hit, delivering the strike.
Ball just inside the 40 at the 39. It's 3rd and short. And he'll be taken down, but he does have enough for the first down.
You know, you start day 1 of training camp running your base runs. You need a few yards, you run these plays. You need a first down, you run these plays. You rep them over and over and over again. They're not sexy, they're not pretty, but in the end, they're effective, and they get you that new set of downs when you need them.
He'll throw it with the catch. It's York. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
What's important in this game, this offense, gets the running back involved out on the perimeter in space where you can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. He picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Fires to the right. He's got it. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a 1st and goal.
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
And the Nittany Lions are moving quickly down the field. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. Expect some pressure coming from the blitz. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
Well, he gets tackled down at the 1-yard line, so offensively, do you feel confident enough on 3rd here trying to hand it off again?
Yeah, and I'm taking both these downs, and I'm coming downhill. I'm running the football, trying to get this in the end zone. I only got a yard to go. I got to be physical.
You can't hear yourself think on 3rd and goal. They'll try to pound their way in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Penn State.
Number 21.
Up by 1. They're going to try to get the deuce here and make it a field goal lead. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Takes a snap, wants to throw. Makes the grab for the 2. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. Has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, Dave. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
Caught near the sticks. It's Koch. Just broke the tackle and still on his feet. Good pickup there as he gets the first down. They'll mark him at the 48. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll throw it on 1st down. And he can't pull the trigger, and that will be the final play of the 3rd quarter. We wrap it up with a sack.
Penn State 22, USC 19.
Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. Now on the counter. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Got the back over the middle. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. On fourth down, going to the air. Spits it out to the back. And here's the third interception of the night. Bringing it back. Inside the 10. And he's going to take it all the way. Touchdown, Nittany Lions.
Man, that could not have gone any worse. You're thinking fourth down, go for it. Well, even if you don't get it, you turn the ball back to their offense. Not that. You throw a pick, and they turn it back all the way for a touchdown and get points. That is a disaster for this offense.
29, USC 19.
And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. This possession will be a test after squandering that long drive, throwing a pick six, Jesse.
You're right, Reese. Well, I think this is really dependent, too, on the leaders in this huddle right now to step up and help this offense get back on pace here on this drive.
Yeah, and this defense is frothing at the mouth. They're excited. They're jacked up. They just made a big play. They got all the momentum, so they're ready to hunt.
Line getting set on second down. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. And the ball is caught. He's inside the 35. Touchdown, Trojans. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a two-play drive. The kickoff team on the field as they'll send this one away. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
Point of the game, the offense has the lead. The offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Pulls and fires complete to the right. Tackle is made, but not until he gets the first down.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, the inside give. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
To the air on first down. Pocket starts to collapse. And the quarterback is snowed under.
Man, I think this quarterback needs to take his offensive line out for dinners more often because they're not protecting him. And sometimes it doesn't even look like they're trying. That now the 6th sack of the game for this defense.
They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Defense doing their job, getting that last stop, and now 3rd in California. Not a lot of play calls to convert this, so defensively, let's get off the field now. The clock's running. We need to give it back to our offense with as much time as possible.
On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Makes the grab. It's Meyer. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. They allowed the completion, but this defense was swarming to keep them away from that first down line.
Yeah, and you allow completions in those 3rd down situations underneath the sticks, and you go up and rally, and everybody flies to the football. That's great execution by this defense.
This crowd bringing serious noise on this huge, huge 4th down play. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Takes a hit as he fires. Complete and looking for enough for the first down.
That was such a risky call with the lead late in the game. To go for it on 4th down, that could have been disaster if they don't get it. But with the conversion, now the question, is that enough to ice this thing and win the game?
The Nittany Lions will snap it on 1st and 10. To the ground with the back. At the 20, he's got space. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Penn State! Saw a crease, nothing but green grass and opportunity, and he flashed through it for 6.
And when you can get 30-plus yards out of your running back and he can make big plays like this, man, it's hard to call a lot of passes. I'm just going to feed this guy the rock.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
2 very different emotions inside the locker rooms of these teams who did battle today. Tulane notched a victory in enemy territory. And though it wasn't a dominant win, I'd argue any win away from New Orleans is worth its weight in gold to the Green Wave. The circle of life in college football, where one team moves on feeling like kings and the other heads home licking its wounds.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. Sends it downfield. It's complete. A huge pickup. Afterburners coming. Touchdown, Southern Cal. And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call. The AT unit on the field. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. If only it were always this easy for the offensive coordinators. One play, big chunk yardage, put points on the board just like that. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. All right, this game just got tighter, and you just don't want to make a mistake here, David.
Especially in the 4th quarter. Remember, you're still leading this ball game. You're still going to execute the same way, Palmer. Don't get frantic.
You don't get frantic, but I would like to see them stay aggressive, too. You put a touchdown up on the board here, and this goes back to being a 2-possession game.
Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And that defender was just smothering the quarterback on that screen attempt. You know, the QB's taught to hold on to it to the last possible second. He had no shot trying to negotiate that defender.
On the move. One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. Quick timeout call by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. These men stepping up to help this defense on 3rd down. Hall to go up top. Got his man out of the backfield. At midfield, he's got room. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. They've done a really good job identifying